I can still remember hearing my grandpa tell the story of how he came here on the boat. All by himself when he was 9 years old. He was sent back to Sicily 2 times before they let him through to Ellis Island. My father left my mother when I was a baby, so we moved to South Philly with my grandpa when I was little. And on Sundays, everyone would come over to the house, and there would be music and tables of food, and the women were cooking and gossiping in the kitchen, and the men were playing poker and smoking in the living room. And there were kids everywhere. And in the middle of it all was my grandfather. So proud of the family that he created. He wasn't a man of many words. He probably said 3 words to me my whole life. But when he would wink at me or pat me on the head, it meant the world to me. So this one Sunday, my grandfather walks in the door, pushing a piano that he won at a card game. And here he is, this older Italian gentleman, and he's pushing a piano down 13 blocks. He never gave gifts to anyone, but he gave that piano to me in front of the whole family. I felt so special. So 10 years ago, my mother took me away from South Philly. And I never got to say goodbye to my grandfather.
What?
The Guggenheim Foundation? You know they do a listing of the winners for the fellowship? Yeah, I didn't see your name on the list.
That's weird. Must be an oversight.
Yeah, but it wasn't an oversight, was it?
That's sick, John. You are sick.
No, you're the sick one, Wendy.
How many times have you been rejected by the Guggenheim?
That's not the point.
No. The point is, you don't think I have any talent.
That's not true.
It is true. You know you're just like Dad. He never thought I could do anything.
Why are you comparing me to Dad?
What's the point?
The point is you lied to me.
Because you don't think I can do anything.
You don't think you can do anything because you have to fucking lie.
You know, you are out of your mind.
I'm out of my mind? Where'd you get the money from, Wendy?
I got a grant.
Oh, cut the crap.
Yes, I did. I got a grant. So what if it wasn't the Guggenheim? Big fucking deal.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's a different kind of grant.
What kind?
What?
You said you got a different kind of grant. What kind was it?
FEMA.
What? I've never heard of that.
FEMA.
FE. Federal Emergency Management? You took money from FEMA?
I was granted money.
What was the federal emergency?
9/11.
What the hell does that have to do with you?
I worked in downtown New York. I was affected.
Everyone was affected. The whole world was affected. It doesn't mean you can go around stealing money from people who really need it.
There was no work for months. All the temps applied. I wasn't the first one. At least I'm trying to get my life together.
Yeah, by stealing money from the federal government.
I was granted money. They give you 25% of your income. I don't remember the details. You call FEMA, you ask them. They care more about me than you do.
Sorry, Wendy, I'm not calling FEMA.
What does he mean to you? I mean, what do you give him? Something of yourself. Hi, Daddy. Oh, you look so wonderful. It's so good to see you. Your hair is so white. What color did you expect it to be at his age? Huh? You know what would be so great? To paint your portrait. A portrait of us. Well, why don't you do it? Oh, I know. You have your paintings to do and your shows to put up. Yes, right. You want to paint us. Why don't you paint us as we really are? Do you know why we're moving? Selling this place? Going to the little cottage? So that I can watch him like a hawk. So that he doesn't get lost. It's not exactly the way I planned it. It's not how I imagined it would end. Not what I want. But l'homme propose, comme Dieu dispose. Sometimes I wish I could put a bullet through my head. But then who would take care of him? You want to paint us. You want to paint our portrait. All right, Mags. There's your portrait. Your father, sitting on the floor, in the middle of his toys, his pencils, his pens, his erasers, his stapler, the carbon paper, tap, tap, tapping on his old typewriter. And me, hovering over him so that he doesn't hurt himself. Paint us, Max. Paint us as we really are.